How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer coming at you with another video. Now today we're taking a look at a video from a channel by the name of Old Style Gaming. Now Old Style Gaming, I haven't watched a lot of his content, but I have to be honest, I do like this video. It's the second time that I've watched it. I know I had watched it before, and this morning I was having my morning coffee and I came across it in my recommendations. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll watch it again because I've been on a bit of a Genesis racing game kick and I wanted to watch this video again just to see, what other games I might be missing that are out there that I might have overlooked that I forgot about from, again, the original instance where I watched the video was quite a long time ago, so I had to refresh my memory. And that video we're talking about is the 20 best Sega Mega Drive racing games in order of greatness, as he titles it. Video's got almost 15,000 views. It is an entertaining video to watch. If you're interested in checking it out, I will leave a link to the video in the description below, and you guys can check it out for yourself. So he's got the video titled Sega Mega Drive Racing Games. So I think he might be situated overseas. I could be wrong. Hey, maybe this guy lives in Canada. Who knows? But he seems to be, all things Amiga. He's a huge lover of the Amiga, and I can hardly blame the guy. The Amiga is impressive. So he says in his video description here, hey, what's up, guys? OSG here. I'm stepping away from the Commodore 64 and the Amiga for a bit, and I'm going to do the racing game series on some other systems, and today it's the Sega Mega Drive. So, what is the issue with this guy's video? So, there's a couple of things. The first thing is, he talks about each game for not even a minute, so he's not really going into great depth as to why he chose these games. So when you see something like that on a video, it's an automatic red flag. It makes you wonder if this guy not only played these games, but did he play them long enough to form an honest opinion? And we'll get to that in a little bit more detail in just a minute. So he's got 20 games. He's got them listed in the video description, so I'll show you guys here. He's got, this is in order of greatness, right? So this is his top 20 best Mega Drive Genesis racers in order of greatness, okay? So he's got at number 20, Super Off-Road. Then he's got Power Drive at number 19. He's got Road Rash 3 at 18. Then he's got F1 Circus MD. Then he's got Micro Machines Military. Then he has Super Hang-On. Then he has Skitchin, Lotus Turbo Challenge, Ayrton Senna's Super Monaco GP2, Rock and Roll Racing, Road Rash 2, Micro Machines Turbo Tournament 96, Super Skid Marks F1 World Championship Edition, Micro Machines again, Street Racer he's got at number 5, he's got Super Monaco GP at number 4, he's got F1 Formula 1 Racing at number 3, Micro Machines 2 Turbo Tournament at number 2, and he's got Virtual Racing at number 1. So, where do we even begin with this list? So, Old Style Gaming, if you're watching this, you might want to retitle your video. Maybe instead of calling it the 20 best Sega Mega Drive racing games in order of greatness, maybe you should retitle it the 20 best Sega Mega Drive racing games in order of silliness, or my top 20 favorite Mega Drive games, because the top 20, while subjective, you're omitting some games that should be on here, no questions asked, and then you've got some other ones on here that leave me scratching my head. So, you've got no Outrun 2019, you've got no Chase HQ2, Outrun's not on here, Outrunners is not on here, where's Lotus 2 Rex, where's Kawasaki Superbike Challenge? Okay, maybe you omitted that because it's a motorcycle game, but you got Micro Machines on here. So yeah, you're missing some heavy hitters, absolutely. So I asked him about this, in his comments today. I said, "Where is Outrun and Chase HQ?" Scratching head. And to his credit, he responded to me, and not all content creators respond, so hats off to him for doing that. He says to me here, "Outrun wasn't that great on the Mega Drive." And he has in brackets, "See my Outrun comparison." And Chase HQ wasn't even on the Mega Drive. Okay, well, I'm talking about Chase HQ2. Okay, you don't have to get smart with me. And he says here, if you're talking about Chase HQ2, then that was a mediocre at best. It's like, what are you even talking about? So I said to him, those are some ridiculous statements, man, no offense. And he asked, ridiculous how? And I told him I would post this video later today talking about it. And he says to me, Outrun on the Meg Drive is far too tight to enjoy. Outrun is my favorite racing game of all time, and the Mega Drive version is missing the fun factor as the road is too tight. You can't comfortably skid around the corners like on the arcade Saturn 3DS Switch. Like, what are you even talking about? And then he says, and like I said, Chase HQ wasn't even out on the Mega Drive. Yeah, I know that. We were talking about Chase HQ too. You knew that's what I was referring to. And, Chase HQ 2 on the Genesis is a fantastic game. I've done playthroughs of it on my channel. I've talked about it. It's one of the best games, one of the best racing games on the Sega Genesis. Absolutely. I can say that without trying to sound sarcastic. I've played pretty well almost every single racing game on the Sega Genesis, and Chase HQ2 is one of the best, one of the most sought after as well. It's just a really, really, really good game. This guy doesn't even have Turbo Outrun on here. That's a good one as well. It came out only in the PAL region. So, if you want to leave out Outrun 2019, Chase HQ 2, Outrunners, if you want to leave these heavy hitters off your list, Lotus 2 Rex, fine, go ahead. But to leave the original Outrun off of your list, which is one of the, if not the greatest racing game on the Sega Genesis, and dare I say the 16-bit era of all time, talking about somebody who has speedran that game at nausea, and has become intimately involved with it to the point where I can comfortably say it's probably, if not the best racing game, the best arcade racing game on the Genesis. Okay? For you to leave off Outrun, okay? But you've got Micro Machines 2 Turbo Tournament on here, Super Skid Marks, Rock and Roll Racing. Rock and Roll Racing is mediocre at best. Give me a fucking break. I wouldn't put that in my top 20. That's embarrassing. Street Racer is okay, but you're acting like it's the second coming of Christ here, putting it at number 5 on your list. You don't have the original Road Rash on here, but you've got the gall to put Road Rash 3 and Skitchin on here. Okay? You've got Power Drive on here, and you've got Super Skid Marks and like F1 Circus MD. Where do you get off saying that these are in the top 20, my friend? And you've got Virtual Racing at number 1. Are you fucking crazy? I love Virtual Racing on the Genesis. I think it has a lot of charm, but it's not number 1, dude. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? So yeah, you need to run this back. You either need to change the name of your video to my top 20 favorite Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive racing games of all time, or you should run this back and do this over again, because your list misses the mark. It totally misses the mark. So I'll post a link to the video. Again, this is a bit of a shout out. I'm not trying to disparage this guy by any means. I think his video is very entertaining to watch, even though it is a little bit light on commentary and as to why he chose these games. But like I said, you want to dismiss the games I mentioned, sure, go ahead. But to dismiss Outrun, and in the same breath, you think games like Super Skid Marks and F1 Circus MD and Micro Machines are far superior to Outrun. Dude, what are you smoking? Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Just a short video. Let me know in the comments below, was this guy completely off base with his list? Or perhaps I'm the one in the wrong. Let me know in the comments below. And feel free to head on over to his video and perhaps leave a comment on his video as well. Don't lash out at the guy. Again, we're just trying to have a discussion here. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.